The Enchanted Mirror. In the village of Mistbrook, nestled in a valley where mist swirled around the tall, ancient trees, there was a quiet little shop hidden away at the end of the cobblestone street. The shop was filled with all sorts of oddities, old books, trinkets from far-off lands, and beautiful treasures, many of which seemed to hold a story of their own. But the most fascinating item in the shop was an ornate mirror, framed in silver vines that seemed to twine and twist, as though they were alive. The mirror, however, was not simply decorative. It was said to hold the power to reveal not just your reflection, but your deepest desires, your true self. The shopkeeper, a wise and mysterious woman named Eliza, would often tell the village children stories about the mirror. She would speak of how it had been passed down through generations, and how once upon a time the mirror had been used by kings and queens to discover the deepest truths about themselves. It was said that the mirror would show you not what you wanted to see, but what you needed to see, and that only those with a pure heart could truly understand its magic. One crisp autumn day, a young girl named Eliza, who had always been fascinated by the mirror's stories, found herself standing in front of the shop. She had heard the tales for as long as she could remember, and now, at last, she felt ready to discover the truth of the enchanted mirror for herself. With a heart full of curiosity and a slight nervousness, Eliza pushed open the door of the shop, the bell above it chiming softly. Eliza looked up from behind the counter, her knowing smile lighting up her face. "Ah, Eliza," she said warmly. "I've been expecting you. The mirror has called to you, hasn't it?" Eliza nodded, her heart pounding in her chest. "I've always wondered about it. I want to know what the mirror can show me." Eliza nodded in understanding. "The mirror will show you what lies within. It may not be what you expect, but it will be the truth that you need." Eliza stepped forward, her eyes drawn to the mirror's shimmering surface. It seemed to glow faintly, as though it had a life of its own. She took a deep breath and gazed into it. At first, the mirror simply reflected her face, her brown eyes wide with wonder. But then, the reflection began to change. The image of Eliza in the mirror shifted and blurred, revealing a scene from her past, a memory she had almost forgotten. She was a little girl, standing beside her mother in a field of wildflowers. She could hear the sound of her mother's laughter, see her bright smile, feel the warmth of the sun on her skin. The scene shifted again, and Eliza saw herself in the mirror standing in the village square, looking unsure of herself, her hands clasped nervously in front of her. The reflection seemed to show her as uncertain and lost, struggling to find her place in the world. The mirror swirled once more, and Eliza saw a future vision of herself, standing tall, with a heart full of confidence, her face filled with joy and purpose. She was surrounded by friends and family, her dreams fulfilled. But there was one thing that struck her. In this vision, she was not alone. She was part of something greater, connected to those she loved and to the world around her. Eliza blinked, her breath catching in her throat. She stepped back from the mirror, her heart full of emotions she couldn't quite name. "It shows me who I can be," Eliza whispered, her voice filled with awe. "But why does it show me the doubts and fears as well?" Eliza's voice was gentle, like a soft breeze. "The mirror shows you not just the beauty within you, but also the struggles you face. It reflects the whole of you, the strength, the weaknesses, the hopes, and the fears. To truly understand your future, you must first acknowledge your past and present. The mirror helps you see that you are already on the path to becoming who you are meant to be. But you must choose to walk that path with courage." Eliza stood there in silence, the weight of the mirror's message settling in her heart. She understood now. The mirror had not just shown her a glimpse of her future. It had shown her the potential within her, the strength to face her doubts and fears, and the beauty of embracing who she truly was. "I can do it," Eliza said, her voice stronger now. "I can be the person I want to be. I can face my fears and move forward." Alara smiled warmly, as if she had known all along. "The mirror only reflects what you choose to see, Eliza. It shows the possibilities that are within you. And now you see them clearly." Eliza turned away from the mirror, her heart full of hope and newfound understanding. She knew the road ahead wouldn't always be easy, but she also knew that she had the strength to walk it. As she left the shop, the bell above the door chimed once more, and she stepped back into the world with a sense of purpose. The enchanted mirror had shown her not just her reflection, but the power of choice, the choice to believe in herself and to trust in the journey ahead. And from that day forward, Eliza never forgot the lesson of the mirror, that the magic lies not in what is reflected, but in the strength to move forward, guided by the truth within. The end.